Greetings, fellow saints. Today I want to talk about love. Everywhere around us we hear that these days that we got to love everybody. Regardless of what they're doing or their circumstances, we've got to show love. We've got to be kind. We've got to embrace people's lifestyles, whatever they're doing. But is this really what love means? God's love maybe is a little different. You see, there is two ways of looking at love. You might say, for instance, what is this thing called love? Or you might say, what is this thing called love? Two very different meanings of exactly the same words. And God's love is completely different to man's love. It says in John that God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Oh, so God loves everybody, so it's okay, we can just go ahead and love everybody. Well, not so fast. He also says that somewhere else that God doesn't look on the outward appearance, he looks upon the heart. So when God looks on the heart of man, he sees the vile wickedness that's in man. And he's moved with compassion. He says, I want this person to be part of my kingdom, but I can't have them in that vile, filthy state. So he loves us. So he sent his only Son to redeem us. What a loving God we have. He redeemed us because of his love. But you see, we also need to understand fully what love is. And in Ephesians, we get an explanation of this. And it says that we comprehend with all the saints what is the length and width and height and depth of God's love, and to know Christ's love that surpasses knowledge. Okay, so that sounds like a bit of a quandary. We're to know the boundaries and the length and depth and height of God's love, but then it says that we're to the knowledge of this love surpasses our human understanding. So how are we to know God's love? Well, God's love is unfathomable. We will never comprehend the fullness of God's love throughout all eternity. But this makes it very clear that God's love has boundaries. There is a depth and length and breadth and height of God's love. And there is a point where love finishes and hate begins. God also hates. The Bible tells us. Andrew reminded us of that recently in a word that he gave, that there is things that God hates. So we need to understand what are the boundaries of God's love. What are the things that God loves and what are the things that God hates? So I just wanted to encourage you as we go into this Christmas season that we would learn to operate in God's love. See the things that God really loves and see the things that he hates, and then apply the blood and love of Jesus to those hates, so that these people that we come in contact with can be cleansed and redeemed and brought into the fullness of God's kingdom. What a wonderful joy that we have in Jesus. May God bless you. Thank you.